name is Anne from Luminous.com, and today we're going to show you how to make a mixed bouquet. So when you're ready to make a mixed bouquet, the best way to start is to prep your flowers and have it ready. Lay them out so that's easy for you to pick them up and put them together as you go. And the way that I lay it out, it's based on the group of flowers, based on the focal. So in my opinion, I started with this particular bouquet. We used the rose as a focal flower and the ranunculus, and then the astomeria and the greens as fillers and accent flowers. If you need instructions on how to prep your flowers, you can go to our video library and watch the videos that show you how to prep the flowers. So we'll start with the focal flower. So today we're using the peach rose, and next to the focal flowers, the rose, I will dress it up with the astomeria. And when I do mixed bouquets, I always stick to the basic rule of 3. So the focal flower with the 3 accent flower around it, and make sure when you put the flowers together, the stems cross, so it doesn't snap off. If you put it straight in, it'll just snap. So we'll do it twist at an angle. So that's one, and remember to turn your bouquet so you can work easily on the other side. It's 2, and we're doing the 3rd one. And then I would add my other focal flower, the white ranunculus, and again the rule of 3. And at this point, if you feel like there's not enough peach, and you can add the peach roses. And you can always move it up to make sure it's balanced and round. Add more greens to it to create more texture. Again, the rule 3. In this case, if you feel like it's missing and it's not round, you can add the 4th one. There's no actual rule, but you can be flexible just as long as you feel like it's pretty. So it's all in your creativity and your eyes. So we're going to go back to the astomeria. Add more over here. And if it's a little empty spaces, then you can use the greens. Today I use these berries that kind of fill up the gap, so that fills up the gap so it's more full. The 3rd one. So at this point, you want to just look around, see what else you can add just to make the color balance. It's all in the roundness of the bouquet and the balance of the color. And the technique, just basic of crossing the stems. So that you can see there are different focal points all around. And this one is missing a little bit of greens over here, so we'll just add that. can keep going to make it bigger, or if this is a good size. I tend to measure it, and I feel like if this is good, I'll just stop here. And now just use a pruner and cut it. And for me in the bouquet, I use 2 handling. So just stop right here and I'll cut it there, how I would hold it. And just cut it straight across. And you can always leave a little more room. So in case if it's too long, too short, when you tie the ribbon, you can always go back and cut it. Just give it a clean cut at the end. Okay, just give it one last look. Make sure no flowers hidden. Pull it up. Okay, and to complete this look, we're going to add Dusty Miller leaves just to add more mass to it and more texture. And the reason we use Dusty Miller is because it's in a bunch of clumps like this that creates that wild look, and it seals up the bouquet and complete the look. So the way you would put it, just like how we've been putting the stems of flowers, just across it and twist. Just make sure all around everything's covered and the presence of the Dusty Miller is there. And one more. Okay. And if you like to add a little bit of form, make it more whimsical, you can add branches like this or a cascading look or feel to the bouquet if you like. But today we're going to keep it simple, just a round mixed bouquet. You can always use a pruner, cut off the extra leaves or just break them off. And to bind it all up, I would use a rubber band. Do one knot around it, a couple times, and lock it in. Okay, and one more cut to make sure all the stems are even. And we're going to use burlap today to wrap up the bouquet to give it a rustic look. So I'm going to set this down. And pretty much with the wild look, you want to just cover just about 3 or 4 inches of the stem. You don't want to cover it completely. And just one wrap around is good. And since this is so wide, I'm going to fold it in halves. This one. And at the end, fold it so it just has a clean finish. With the glue dots. I'm going to put 2 just so it stays. And to add a finishing touch, I would like to use a twine to give it a more little more casual. A little knotted bow. Okay, this is how you make a mixed bouquet. So we've showed you how to dress up a bouquet with burlaps and twine. So now we're going to show you how to dress it up with a ribbon. And so the ribbon I have here today, it's the antique white. And the technique I like to use, well, first off, is to make sure all the stems are even length. Just cut them across to make sure they are all the same length. Okay. And I like to wrap my ribbons from the bottom up and then hide my pins up here and keep it in place. And to start, I tuck my ribbons in between the stems to help it more secure. Clean look right at the bottom. Pull it so have it tightly secured, and then just wrap upwards. Just cut. Give yourself an extra length so you can fold it in for a clean look. And then use a boutonniere pin, just pin it upwards into the stem. Or tuck it in just to hide it. Make sure it has a clean look. Very simple with the pins. And to dress it up even further, you can add a different color, something that complement the color of the flowers, tie your ribbons around it, and that's how you wrap a ribbon on a bouquet.